Hello everyone, welcome to Mastermind. Today let us look at the 10th part of the economic survey series. This is not the last in the series, there will be many more parts. This is just the 10th part. Hope you people have followed the earlier 9 parts. In this part, we'll be covering the major factual essence of the economic survey. These are very important factual data. So I'll be dealing only with the factual data. You will have to note down all these points because these points are going to help you in prelims as well as for descriptive answers. If you mention these data in your answer, then your answer will fetch more marks for you. Therefore, please note down all these points. These are very important for MCQs as well as for descriptive answers. So let us begin now. What was the birth rate per thousand population in 2020 in Karnataka? 17.9, 17.2, 16.5, 16.9. So here the right option is option 3, 16.5. So it is option 3, 16.5 here. So first of all, what is birth rate? Human birth rate is stated as the number of individuals born per year per thousand population, per thousand in the population. So this is very important. You have to note it down that how many babies are born per year per thousand in the population. So if you look at the data here, in 2015, 17.9 was the birth rate. However, it has been decreasing since 2015 and in 2020 it is 16.5. So if you look at the graph of our birth rate, it is steadily decreasing. You have to note down this point as well because there could be question asking you to identify what was the pattern of growth, steadily increasing or there was a zigzag pattern. No, it has been steadily decreasing. 17.9, 17.6, 17.4, 17.2, 16.9 and 16.5. Now, according to the economic survey in 2020, the birth rate was 16.5. Very important. Note it down. Now, look at the second question here. What was the death rate per thousand population in 2020 in Karnataka? 6.5, 6.3, 6.7, 6.2. Here, the right option is option 4, 6.2. So, just like birth rate, even death rate means number of deaths that happen per thousand in a population in a given year. So, if you look at the death rate, it is 6.6 in 2015. It has raised to 6.7 in 2016, and then again it has come down to 6.5, 6.3 in 2018, 6.2 in both 2019 and 2020. So, you have to remember that there has not been a steady decrease because in from 2015 to 2016 there is increase and then there has been a steady decrease. So and then for the last two 2019 and 2020 there has been constant in death rate. So you have to remember that the death rate per thousand population in 2020 was 6.2. 6.2. Please note it down. Third question says, what was the maternal mortality rate per 1 lakh live births in 2020 in Karnataka? 83, 69, 92, 97. So here the right option is option 2, 69. Note it down that maternal mortality rate in Karnataka is 69, while for India at the national level it is 103. It is 103 in 2020 for entire India, for whole India, but for Karnataka it has come down to 69. So, what is maternal mortality ratio or maternal mortality rate? It is called as maternal mortality rate or MMR is the number of women. It is the number of women who die during pregnancy, who die during pregnancy and childbirth. Pregnancy and childbirth per 1 lakh live birth. Here you have to note it down that it is calculated for 1 lakh live births. So it was 97 in 2015. That means 97 women used to die during pregnancy or childbirth for every 1 lakh live births in 2015. However, it has come down to 92 in 2016, 83 in 2017, and from 2018 to 2020, it has been 69. So you have to note it down. The graph is like this. It has come down and then for the last years, it has been stagnant. So you have to remember that 69 is the MMR of Karnataka, while according to the United Nations, it is 103 for entire India. And you have to note it down that the MMR of Karnataka is lower than the national average. Fourth question says, what was the infant mortality rate per thousand live births in 2020 in Karnataka? 25, 21, 19, 23. So here the right option is option 3, 19. So, what is infant mortality rate? Infant mortality rate is defined as number of deaths of children under 1 year age, that is before their first birthday, under 1 year of age expressed per 1000 live births. So IMR is for 1000 live births, while MMR is for 1 lakh live births. So you have to remember these 2 points, very, very important. If you look at the infant mortality rate of Karnataka, it was 28 in 2015, it was 24 in 2016, 25 in 2017, 23 in 2018, 21 in 2019, and then 19 in 2020. So if you look at the graph of infant mortality rate, it has steadily come down. So IMR has steadily decreased in the state of Karnataka. So at the national level, IMR was 28. Please note it down. It was 28 in the year 2020. Therefore, we can say that the IMR of Karnataka is lower than the national average. So 28 is for the India or the national level. Fifth question says, what was the under 5 mortality rate per thousand children in 2020 in Karnataka? So even this is a very, very important question. You have to note it down. So 28, 26, 29, 21. Here the right option is option 4, 21. So what is under 5 mortality rate? Under 5 mortality rate refers to the probability a newborn would die before reaching exactly 5 years of age. So before reaching exactly 5 years of age, if a child is dying and if that rate is expressed per 1000 children, so again 1000 children here, that is called as under 5 mortality rate. If you look at the mortality rate, under 5 mortality rate in Karnataka, it was 31 in 2015 and has come down to 21 in 2020. If you look at the graph, it has decreased and then became stagnant and then again it has decreased. So please note it down that it is 21 for Karnataka while it is 32 for the entire country. Sixth question says, what percentage of couples were protected in 2020 in Karnataka? 63%, 67.9%, 68.7%, 70.9%. So here the right option is option 3, 68.9%, 68.7%. Couple protection rate is defined as the percentage of eligible couples effectively protected against childbirth by one or the other approved methods of family planning. That means it refers to the percentage of eligible couples effectively using family planning methods such as sterilization, IUD, condom, or oral contraceptive pills. So this rate was 68.7% in Karnataka in 2020. So the percentage of couples protected was 63 in 2015 till 2019 and it has become 68.7 in 2020. So if you look at the graph, it was constant and then it has raised. So you have to remember this, it is 68.7 in the state of Karnataka. Seventh question says, what was the average life expectancy for males in 2020 in Karnataka? 67.9, 70.9, 69.7, 68.7. So the right option is option 3, 69.7 years. So average life expectancy for males means on an average, a male would live for 69.7 years in the state of Karnataka. So this is the average life expectancy for males. Eighth question says, what was the average life expectancy for females in 2020 in Karnataka? So here the right option is option 2, 70.9 years. So the average life expectancy from 2015 to 2020 has been the same. It has been 67.9 for males and 70.9 for females. And you have to note it down that females live longer than males even in Karnataka. So the general nature of rule or naturally it is found that females outlive the males. So even here, if you look at the state of Karnataka, even here, females have 70.9 years while males have 67.9 years. On an average, a female lives 3 years more than male in Karnataka. Now look at the ninth question here. What percentage of deliveries in the state are institutional deliveries? 87%, 90%, 97%, 100%. So it is Option 3, 97%. What is the meaning of institutional deliveries? That means deliveries happening in any medical institution or hospitals or any other medical facilities. So that is called as institutional deliveries. 97% of the deliveries are happening in hospitals and other medical institutions, while only 3% are happening outside hospitals or outside healthcare units. So, last question for the day is, what was the total fertility rate in the state in 2020? 1.5, 1.6, 1.7, 1.8. So, here the right option is option 3, 1.7. So, the total fertility rate in Karnataka was 1.8 in 2015-16. It was 1.8 in 2015-16 and has come down to 1.7 in the year 2020. So, what is total fertility rate? Total fertility rate is the average number of children that a woman will have during her lifetime. So, the total fertility rate of about 2.1 children per woman is called a replacement level. It is called as replacement level fertility. That means a population replaces itself. If there are 6 crore population, then the 6 crore will be replaced by another 6 crore if the total fertility rate is 2.1. If it is less than 2.1, then the population will go down. If it is greater than 2.1, then the population will rise. So, if it is less than 2.1, in that scenario, population will decrease. If it is more than 2.1, then the population will increase. If it is equal to 2.1, then the population replaces itself by the same number. Please note down that 2.1 is the replacement level fertility. So with this, we have come to the end of part 10. Please note down all these points and go through the video meticulously and revise it regularly. Thank you.